Good morning, family. This is Mark again with Osiris Awakening, and I'm here in Panglao, Bohol, Philippines. And today's topic is, I think I made a terrible mistake when dealing with my Filipina. And the reason that I say that is, you know, I've been here several times, and I've had a couple girlfriends, but I can't say that I'm like this relationship specialist, and especially when it comes to the Filipino woman. But what I do know is it was the mindset of the Filipino people that really attracted me to the area. I've been to many other places around the world, but I had never experienced the Western mindset like I had in the Philippines, in a such open environment. Yeah, you can see it in Japan and Korea and Thailand, but the people aren't as open and friendly as they are in the Philippines. So it takes longer to realize how beautiful that Eastern idea is. And so I said, man, that's what I want. I mean, I could get an Asian girl in America, but she would just be an American that looks Asian. Because to me, it doesn't matter if you have an Asian face, if you have a white mind. So I chose to come to Asia for my Asian female. And so as I began to engage them, I was like breaking a lot of the rules of the culture. Like I have lately and always have been trying to open up room and doors for my girl to be more assertive and to take a more active role in the things that we do. But that's a Western idea. That idea doesn't really fly here. And the female doesn't even know how to accept and walk in that type of responsibility. I'll give you an example that I wanted to go to some waterfalls. And I was like, well, baby, here's a cluster of waterfalls right here. I want you to reconnaissance these waterfalls. Come back and tell me which ones are best suited for what we're trying to do. And then give me a report. Now, I was married for 32 years, and I had the type of wife that if I began to talk to somebody about a subject, my wife is in the background doing all the reconnaissance work and those type of things. And so she would immediately give a report. She would know how many steps it was to the waterfall and where you park at and all those type of things. So I brought that real unrealistic expectation with me here in the Philippines. Oh, wow, the sun is coming up. It's beautiful, but it's kind of altering what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna step into a different area real quick. This place is so beautiful, man, I tell you. I wouldn't trade it. This has fastly become like my favorite location in the Philippines as far as just hanging out and relaxing, checking out the sights and views. It's always so wonderful here. So, but as I was saying, I had made the mistake of bringing that idea with me here to the Philippines. And she had a mental breakdown. Now, my girl is very intelligent. She does a lot of things for her community and for the military. But the one thing she's not doing is having any kind of independent thinking in her ideas. What it took me to understand is I was talking to an old Australian guy. He had been here for 14 years. And he was like, mate, the thing you have to realize is that the woman here really has no say. Now, initially, I felt that was like a real chauvinistic thing to say. And even now, I feel a little funny even saying it. But the more I thought about it, that's really true. So and if that is as true as he was stating, then there's no need for me to try to change that, to disrupt with the flow that they're already going here. And as a result of that, I've seen a lot more harmony in my communication with my girl. Like if because I would say, oh, what do you want for breakfast today, baby? That's like a question that she would almost refuse to answer. It's all up to me. I always say that one of the things I like about the Philippines is that in the Philippines, a man can truly be a man, and a man is respected and honored just for being a man. And that's true. But sometimes coming out of the West, we don't know how to fully be the head because there's always a co-op, there's always a challenge, and we co-heading the operation. We're not true leaders in our homes most of the time. And I can speak for myself in that I was married for 32 years, and I feel that in those 32 years, I lived a life of compromise. It is only now that my children and my friends and family are really getting to see the real me, the man that I really am. They always seen the family unit and me compromising within it. So a lot of the ideas and dreams and things that I had as a person, I had given it up for the group. In the Philippines, that's not the way. And I would definitely say to always take care of yourself here. That nobody's gonna take care of you like you. You know, your girl can do all of these wonderful things for you in the moment, but most of them don't have the ability to think into the future. They're living into the now. The Filipino people as a whole, they're not really planners. You know, they're not really organizers, and they live so much in the moment. So like, even when I started asking her to do these things, she was like, oh, we'll do them tomorrow. I said, no, we will do them tomorrow, but today we need to know what we will be doing tomorrow. And that kind of sent her into like what they call loading, where in their mind they just shut down, because in their mind they're trying to grasp these Western concepts that we be so readily throwing at them, thinking that they know. And so I would get upset with my girl when these things would happen. I'd be like, oh, you understand what I'm saying? I know you do. You know, you're so intelligent. You do all of this and this and that. Surely you know what I'm saying. But the fact of the matter is, she did not. She didn't have a clue what I was talking about. And the steps that it would take to do these things. So I still feel that there's a few things that I want my significant other to be able to do. And one of those is do fact checking and organizing as we begin to communicate. That's not a deal killer, but it's definitely a stress reliever for me to have a woman that can really function in that manner. But I'm willing to lower myself. See what happens is, we come here and we may have all these multiple degrees and all of that, but we can't use that here. We can't use that higher brain power here. What we have to do is not so much try to pull them up to us, but reduce ourselves, become more simplistic, and adapt ourselves into the environment and the lifestyle that's taking place around us. We're not going to be able to change the Philippines. The Philippines is what it is. But what we can do is integrate into a wonderful thing, you know, a wonderful society where everybody's peaceful and happy and laughing, you know. And that's what I want. I don't want to bring the stress of the West into the life of my Filipina and to the life of the Filipino people. So it's just a thought, you know, and, you know, I can own up to my own faults and mistakes. And I believe that at this time I have been making a great mistake. And even once I came into the realization of this information, I felt a weight lifted off of me, a weight of expectation. I had very unrealistic expectations of my girl and the experience that I would have with her. And now I'm learning to look at things a different way. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking out the channel. If there's anything that I'm saying that you appreciate, please like and subscribe, ring the bell. I want to thank all my subscribers, all 145 of you personally. It's been a nice ride. I've been doing this on a suggestion of a friend for about a month now. I'm glad I did it. Man, it's a dream. And it's really therapeutic for me. It gives me an outlet. And so although you guys are benefiting, I'm the greatest beneficiary of my efforts. Again, if there's anything that you'd like to say, leave it in the comment box. If there's anything you'd like me to discuss, feel free to put it out there. Until next time, YouTube family, this is Mark White Osiris transitioning. Peace. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll leave you with this little footage of beautiful beach resort here on the White Beach, Panglao, Bohol, Philippines. Truly remarkable. Little bungalows. Just magnificent. Take you out to the beach area a little bit. Let you guys see some of this magnificence. A little bit of action this morning. Not much. And so we just pan out. Let you see this whole thing in the 360. Peace.